Bismillah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I welcome you all in my class. So, dear student, today we are going to start our topic from the grammar, that is pronoun and its kind. As you would be, if you have your books with you, you may see on page number 49 for the lesson I Have a Dream. We have the definitions of pronoun and in its exercise. So let's start. It is all the revision of your all the basic concept that we have done in the last year, but let's start. What is a pronoun? Pro mean instead. A pronoun is a part of speech which is used instead of a noun. It can also replace the noun. So what is a pronoun? A pronoun is that is used instead of a noun, right? In order to avoid the repetition, we may use it instead of a noun. What are the examples? The examples are: Aslam didn't go to office because he was afraid. Here, the word he replaced Aslam. I bought a dictionary and it is very useful. Dictionary, I bought a dictionary and the dictionary is very useful. I talked to the students and they were very smart. Okay, that is dedicated to you. I talked to the students and they were very smart. Students, they. So here we have placed a word that is used instead of a noun, that is he, it, they. So these are the different kinds of pronoun: personal pronoun, impersonal, possessive, demonstrative, reflexive, emphatic, relative, interrogative, distributive, indefinite, and reciprocal. So let's start from the personal pronoun. Personal pronoun refers to a particular name of a person. They take the place of a noun and used as a subject or object of a verb in a sentence. Personal pronoun. What is that? It is the personal pronoun. It shows different forms, shows the person, number, gender, and it is related with the use to a particular name of a person, such as it could be I, she, him, you, yours. So in the personal pronoun, we have first person, second person, third person, right? What do we have? First person, second person, and third person. In the first person, we have I, me, second singular, we, us, second person you, your, third person he, she, him, his, it, they, their, theirs. So subject person, that is related to the I, he, she, we, they, you. Object pronoun, that is me, him, her, us, them, you. Object, it's him. Object, her, her name, right? So these are the type of personal pronoun. I got a free pass. He called them yesterday. We love our country. He played. So all those words that are written in the red, that are the examples, that are the words that are used in personal pronoun. He's taller than me. I phoned him. So if you just see just me, we just focus on the word me. He's taller than me. He is used as subject pronoun and me is as an object pronoun. I phoned him. I as subject pronoun and him as object pronoun. So it is clear now. Then we come towards impersonal pronoun. Impersonal pronoun is used for nature, animals, and non-living things. It is used as impersonal pronoun. So what is impersonal pronoun? It is used as, we can say that it is used for nature, animals, and non-living things, such as we cannot say here is a book, take him. No, it's take it. Okay, so it is used as impersonal pronoun. So please keep it in your mind that it is used as impersonal pronoun. It is a pen, Here is a book. Take it. It. He told a lie and he knew it. What lie? It is raining. It is my cat. Possessive pronoun, that is in fact, it just comes under the personal pronoun as well. It just gets the category of personal pronoun as well. Possessive pronouns are formed from the personal pronouns. They show the ownership and the possession. They are formed from the personal pronouns and they show the possession, such as possessive pronouns show possession or ownership. They stand alone and they are not followed immediately by a noun, such as possessive, that shows the possession. Okay, what is that? This umbrella is hers. This dress is mine, hers, mine's. The cat has its tail. The house is theirs. We shall finally have what is rightfully ours. So theirs, mine, hers, his, yours, its. These are all the example of possessive pronoun that comes under the category of also the personal pronoun. Right? Is it clear to you? So we are moving demonstrative. Demonstrate, to show something. Demonstrative pronoun are those pronouns which point to a particular person, place, or thing. So what comes in the demonstrative pronoun? Demonstrative pronoun tells us about one or which group of person or place things are referred to. This pronoun tells which one or which group of person, place, or things are referred to. This, that, these, those. This and that, no doubt, are singular. These and those are plural. This is my answer. That was too much for me. These are sweet mangoes. Those are new books. Take this and give that. So this is the example of demonstrative pronoun. Demonstrate means to show clearly, right? So you have to keep in mind that demonstrative pronoun, that was too much for me. Take this and take that. That these books are mine. Okay, these books are mine. This is the example of demonstrative pronoun. Then comes reflexive pronoun. Reflexive pronouns are those which are objects. They refer to the subject or same person as the subject of the verb. They end in selves. Okay, reflexive pronoun. Yes, very important. You must know about reflexive and emphatic pronoun as well. What is reflexive pronoun? Reflexive means to throw back. It means to throw back. So reflexive pronoun means throwing back. The action of or the thought is sent back to the subject, and it is included by it is in fact myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself. It is throwing back, it is coming back towards the action that is done by the subject. So he washed himself. We organized the party all by ourselves. The poor man lives all by himself in an old house. The cat is in the room all by itself. So reflect back करना, throwing back करना, वापस आना towards the same person or the subject, and it is the subject of the as the subject of the verb, and then the self. So this is the reflexive pronoun. But what is emphatic then? Emphatic pronouns are used for emphasis. What is the difference between reflexive and emphatic pronoun? The difference is reflexive pronoun means coming back. On the other hand, emphatic means that we are emphasizing on the action, right? So we are in order to give the think act an intensive tone, we just emphasize the thing. No, though they also end in self, but emphatic pronoun are used and for emphasis. They are used as a preceding noun or pronoun. Preceding noun or pronoun I myself, Alia herself, down itself, they themselves. Okay, are you getting the end in noun or the end in self? Such as just see here. What is the main difference? Number one, the difference here it is when we have reflexive pronoun, it would be the subject of the verb. Washed himself, organized ourselves, lives himself, in the room itself. On the other hand, what is emphatic? It gives the idea of emphasis, and on the other hand, it is preceded by noun and pronoun. I myself posted the letter. Alia herself, the tone itself, and they themselves completed the work. On the other hand, there is one more tip that emphatic mean to give emphasize. Even when we just leave, we just uh, delete this myself, herself from our sentences, we are going to have the complete sentence, such as I posted the letter. It is not necessary. I myself posted the letter. On the other hand, if we say we organized the party all by ourselves, it is very much necessary to have reflexive pronoun. The cat is in the room all by itself, right? It is again very much necessary. If we just change it, the poor man lives all by himself in an old house. If we just change it, the poor man himself lives all by all in an old house, then we can just leave himself there. So, is it clear to you that in reflexive pronoun and in emphatic pronoun there is a difference? Reflex means to come back. It could be the subject of the verb. On the other hand, emphatic mean we are giving the emphasis and it is preceded by the noun and the pronoun. And other example could be for the reflexive pronoun. I saw myself in the mirror. I, on the other hand, if we just want to say in an emphatic pronoun, I myself saw him with you, right? So there is no need in emphatic pronoun. I saw him with you. I myself saw him with you. Then there is a relative pronoun. Relative pronoun. These pronouns refer to an earlier noun, sentence, or a part of a sentence. So these are referring to earlier noun, part of a sentence or sentence. The examples, relative pronouns are used to relate one clause with another clause. It could be the sentence with another sentence, okay? Subordinate clause or any other clause. A relative pronoun does the work of a conjunction as well as a pronoun, right? So it is referring to earlier noun, sentence or a part of a sentence. So the words are who, which, whom, what, that, whose. Example are the man who stole the car. Man who stole the car has been caught. I mean what I say, two sentences. The man who stole the car. The man here, one word here we are relating to the noun, the man. I mean what I say, here we are referring to the previous class. I mean, take anything that you like. Again, we are referring that by the previous clause. That is the house which we bought last year. It is the referring back to the class. On the other hand, it is referring back to the noun house. Then interrogative pronoun, as the word show that it is to know, to inquire. Interrogative pronoun are used to ask questions. These are used at the start of the sentence, such as what are those? These introduce questions: who, whom, which, whose, what. Who bought these books? Which is your book? What is the matter? Whose is this umbrella? Whom do you know? Distribute mean then when we just distribute something, when we just have what is going to have the distributive pronoun refers to person or things taken one at a time. They are always tense singular and as such followed by the verb in the singular. So distributive pronoun are the referring to the person or thing taken one at a time. I mean, referring to the thing when we are referring to the things as a one thing, okay? Then it is a distributive pronoun. They always tend to take singular and as such followed by the verb in the singular. Example, each, either, neither. Each of these girls. So we are referring to the person or thing as a singular. Each of the girls deserve a reward. I bought 10 mangoes for 10 rupees each. Neither of my friend is qualified. Either of the book is useful. So what did you get mean for the distributive pronoun? For the distributive pronoun, we are just telling about the noun, oh sorry, the person or the thing that is taken one at a time, such as each of these girls, one girl, each of these girls, okay, neither of my family, my friend, either of the book is useful. Then there is indefinite pronoun. Indefinite pronoun, it means it refers to the people, place, or thing in general. So there, what is the difference between the distributive and indefinite? Distributive, when we are talking the things as singular, when indefinite mean when we are talking to the things, when we are speaking of the things in general, okay? जब हम generally बोलते हैं or a place or a thing, that are the indefinite pronoun. It has all, anybody, many, some, few, one, nobody, anybody, everybody, somebody, few, everything, someone, something, several, others. So these are all the example of distributive pronoun. 100. One hardly knows what to do. All are quite safe. Many were rescued from the flood. Has anyone replied yet? Everyone has expressed their views. So, what is the difference? The difference is in distributive pronoun. We just refer to a person or thing at a one time. Okay, they stand as a singular thing, and they're followed by the verb in singular, such as each of these girls. Okay, but when we talk about indefinite, we talk about the general or in indefinite ways, such as many were rescued from the flood. Many mean very many people, or the many mean the general ones. Reciprocal means express the mutual action or relation, such as the reciprocal actions one to another. They show that two people are group and the groups do similar thing to each other one another. Reciprocal means that express the mutual action or relation. It express the mutual action or relation, such as, and the example of each other or one another, right? So they quarreled with each other. Ahmad and Ali have known one another for a long time. They couldn't stop arguing with each other. So it is having a reciprocal action. So this was all for your pronoun exercise. But now what you have to do, please come towards page number 49. Here there is a detailed description of all the pronouns that we have discussed. What you have to do, you have to write these examples again. You have to learn these examples again, and then in the coming lecture we will be doing some exercise regarding that. Okay, take good care of you. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.